Hi, this is Jimmy the Rusty Pilot. Welcome to my channel. Let's get started. Using a sectional chart, today I'm going to help you determine if you should be making left or right turns in the traffic pattern. So I went ahead and went over to skyvector.com and typed in KMIA from Miami International Airport. So this is part of the Miami sectional chart. Now I'm going to go ahead and start scrolling over west of the airport, west of Miami. And there's an airport in the middle of the Everglades. It's called Dade Collier. It has the identifier TNT. Basically, it's just a runway. Very long, over 10,000 feet long. It was built years ago when they thought the Concorde was going to be the future. And that all airplanes were going to be supersonic. So they built this runway. And I think they were going to build the rest of the airport around it. And they thought, they're flying very fast speeds. We gotta get it far from the city, but it never really materialized. Okay, this airport, this runway is really used by a lot of aircraft today for training purposes. So what we were talking about was, do you make left turns or right turns? Well, let's say I was approaching TNT, and let's say I was approaching from over here, from this direction, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my marker on. Alright, so they have two runways. This is runway 9 and this is 27. Alright, so if I'm going to, let me change that up. Runway 9, okay? Say I'm over here. I'm north of the field and I come in, I'm about 15 miles away. I start announcing that I'm coming to the field. I'm going to approach that 45-degree entry into the downwind. Okay. I'm going to be making left turns. Now, why left turns? Because this is the default. The default are left turns. Okay? You're making left turns in the pattern. So you want to do touch and goes, you're making left turns in the pattern. That is the default. Okay? All right. So you may hear the word left. Okay? Or you might hear some people, you might see standard. A standard pattern. Yes, a standard pattern is what are considered left-hand turns. So if you hear left, standard, or you hear counterclockwise, okay, going against the clock, that all means the same thing. Okay. Now, on this sectional chart, there's nowhere does it say that you're making left turns. Okay, it's the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. So our left turns are the default. That's what we're always we assume we're going to make left turns. Okay. We get into this non-tower airport, we assume we're going to make left turns. Now, what you notice here under the airport data box here, it says RP. That means right pattern for runway 27. Okay, so runway 27 it's going to be right-hand turns. So here's runway 27. So now, if I'm landing in this direction, runway 27, right, facing this way, and I want to stay in the, and then I do a touch and go, I want to stay in the pattern. Now you're making right-hand turns, which you'll hear is non-standard. Okay, right-hand turns, non-standard, or you hear clockwise. You'll also see that. So right-hand turns is non-standard and also clockwise. Right? Simple. Okay. Now, we also have this little small private airfield or airport on the left. It says that it is restricted. The restricted airport. It's restricted. It's got that little circle. Nowhere does it say, nowhere does it say, it only says that it's the Oasis Ranger Station, that it's private, giving you the height of the runway and the length, more or less. Okay, so nowhere to say left or right. But we can't assume it's left because it's not even going to say RP, even if it was right there. You would have to go to the chart supplement or go to AirNav, and there you would have to look it up to see if it's left or right-hand turns. Now, let's go to another non-tower airport. Oh, here's Homestead General. Okay, Homestead General. We have two runways. Okay, this is X51. And notice down here it says right pattern 18 and 28. So we know if we're approaching from the north, heading south, this would be a right pattern. Okay, runway 18, and then runway 28, which would be going from east to west, would also be right patterns. Okay, and the other direction would be left. If I'm using runway 36, I'll be going this direction. Runway 10, I'd be going left. Okay, so it's very simple. The default is left, but only when it says RP. Okay, it's depicted, it will be right. Now, I want to go ahead and show you. Let's go to, by the way, that was another non-towered airport. Let's show you a towered airport. Here we have Tamiami Airport. And we notice that it's giving us right pattern 9 right and 27 right. Okay. And it makes sense because here's 9 right here. And if you stay in the pattern, you're making right turns. Okay, that's 9 right. And here's 27 right over here. And this end. So if this is the approach end, 27 right, you're making right turns. The other ones are left turns. Okay. Now, what you have to remember is here, as you approach, okay, you're in Class D, Class Delta airspace, Class D, you're going to be under air traffic control. The tower is going to give you instructions. The tower may tell you, you may be here, the tower may tell you, to make a left base for runway 9 or right. Okay? So, you're under instructions or guidance by the tower, so you're not really going to follow that pattern unless they tell you to. Okay? Now, the reason they put it here is because this tower, see, it says Miami Executive TMB. Here's the frequency for the tower, 1.8.9, but it has a little star. What that star means is that it's a part-time tower. And after the tower closes, you're actually going to go to CTAF. You're going to go to a different frequency. You're going to go to use this frequency to self-announce. Okay? Once the tower closes, these are the patterns, the airport traffic patterns that you have to use. Now let's go over to Miami International Airport. Now, Miami International Airport, if you notice here, the airport data box, it does not, it gives me the name of the airport, gives me the control tower frequencies, the primary ones, but I don't see anything about a right pattern here. Okay, and I know for a fact that, observing from my house, because I live near the airport, I've seen many times where airports are put in this right traffic pattern on runway 9 or right. So I know, they're very large patterns, okay? But you see especially if the planes are coming from this side for whatever reason, they're making right turns here. But I don't see RP in the airport data information area there. Okay, so, well, the reason you don't see it is because this airport is open 24 hours. So you're primarily under air traffic control, either the tower or approach control. So you would have to actually go to AirNav or go to chart supplements to see if it's a left pattern or right pattern. Okay, and that's probably more just in case you lost your radios or whatever. But you're not going to see RP, even though there's a right pattern at Miami International Airport. And okay, let's look at another couple other airports. Let's go ahead and go over to here we have Opa-Locka. Same thing, 9 right and 27 right are right patterns. And notice, yeah, they have a control tower, but it's part-time. So after the tower closes, okay, you know that you have to be using that particular traffic pattern if you're landing at those runways. Okay, and let's just find one more airport. We'll find like a major airport. I believe this is Fort Lauderdale International. No, Fort Lauderdale International. Here I see the control tower, open full time. Doesn't have that little star, and it doesn't say anything about right pattern or left pattern. It could be that one of the runways has right patterns or more than one, just so we don't know. I want to thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, go ahead and press the like. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, and you can always leave a comment, see what topics you'd like to learn about, and if any other topics you want me to talk about. Thank you.